All right, so I'm going to start things off with locomotion, with movement. And the reason why I'm doing that is because when it comes to combat based video games, I think locomotion, movement of all kinds, is one of the most important aspects for the game developers to nail properly. Because for a vast majority of the time while we're playing this game, we're moving our characters around. And the player has to feel like he has complete control of exactly where his fighter is, and if you're playing a video game and you feel like you're fighting the control, you're fighting to get your fighter to where you want him to be, and you don't feel like you can seamlessly get your fighter exactly where you want the fighter to go, the game starts to feel unresponsive, it starts to feel sluggish, it starts to feel, as we say, stuck in the mud. As I've played a lot of matches for Undisputed, and there are a few key things that I would like to point out, and it is going to be up to the developers if they want to amend it or if they want to leave it exactly as it is. But I'm going to point them out, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. First of all, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. I appreciate the beauty of the movement of the game. In terms of aesthetics, when you take a look at it, as the fighters are moving around, they feel it looks fluid. Um, the fighters look very realistic. They look like they have weight to them. There's no sliding going on, which is a huge issue that we've seen in, say, EA games, where the fighter is sliding around the whole entire place. If you take a look at the fighter's feet in this game right here, there's clear contact with the mat. Every single direction that I move, it looks like it's an actual human being that's moving around. There's no weird sliding going around. Same thing as if I try to lunge, I lunge left, I lunge forward, I lunge backwards. There is a step. The fighter is stepping in each direction. So it feels very concrete. It looks very concrete. It looks like it's a human being that's moving. Now, in terms of in terms of how it feels, I think it's very important that the relationship between what I'm doing on the controller and what's happening on the screen, the relationship should be very tight. In other words, the sensitivity of my control and when the animation starts to play, it should be very high. There should be almost no delay whatsoever. Now, it's very possible that there's actually no delay, but the animation doesn't visually register to the human eye, and then it makes it look like there's a delay. What I mean by that is when I hold forward on my stick, I don't want to feel like there's a single, even a split second of delay before I visually see my fighter start moving forward. When I hold back on my left stick, I don't want to feel like there's a single delay whatsoever. When I push the stick in whatever direction that I push the stick, I need to visually see my fighter begin to move. Especially in a boxing game where inches could mean everything. If I'm advancing forward and I notice that my opponent is just about to throw a punch, I need to be able to immediately retreat. And I don't want to feel like there's a sluggishness, that there's a delay going on. The control has to be extremely sensitive. That is the only way as a player I can feel like I have complete control of exactly where my fighter is. When you take a look at the game right here, when I hold forward on my left stick, there is a clear, noticeable delay before my fighter actually starts moving forward, right? I press forward, and there's a small delay right there. This delay is made even worse if I were to throw a shot. If I throw a left hook, for example, there is a ridiculous amount of time before my fighter can start moving again. And what's happening is that the animation of the left hook, there's a start off animation, there's a middle portion there, and then there's the end of the animation, and then there's the recovery frames of the animation. So there's the active frame, and then there's the recovery frame of the animation. What's happening is that as the strike is recovering, movement is completely disabled until the animation is fully recovered. Then you can start moving. My suggestion to that would be to allow movement even during the strike's recovery frames. So for example, I'm going to show you guys with the controller right here. I'm going to throw a hook with X, and I'm going to hold my stick back. And notice how much delay there is. So hook, hold on, did that wrong. Hook, Look at that. Do it again. Hook, move. Now he starts moving. That is almost a full second. Hook, move. Then it's in my opinion, it is completely unacceptable for there to be that kind of delay. I need to be able to enter the pocket, throw, and immediately back up. In other words, I need, as the hook is recovering, I need to be able to start moving my fighter away. I don't want to throw, wait for the recovery, and then start moving backwards. I want to enter, hook, and then immediately back up. The delay is too much. Same thing I would suggest as I move my fighter to the left, there's a delay. Click, there's a small delay. Forward, there's a small delay. Backwards, small delay. I would like to see more of a responsiveness. When I click, or when I press my left stick in either direction, I would love to see and animate my fighter start to move immediately. So if that is something that you guys can fix, that will be greatly appreciated. It is going to make just regular flat out movement so much more responsive. Secondly, as I just mentioned, make it a rule that regardless of the strike that I throw, whether it's a jab, whether it's a cross, whether it's a hook, it doesn't matter what strike it is, whether it's a body shot, allow locomotion, in other words, movement of the feet during the recovery frames of the strike. It has to be a possibility so that we can have actual in and out movement as we're striking. The second thing we're going to talk about right now is lunges. I really love the way the lunges in this game look. So for example, to the left, to the right, backwards, forward. Now, the problem that I have with the lunges in the game is that I cannot cue the lunges in the game. So for example, if I wanted to lunge left, right, back, it's not fluid. I can't cue it on my controller. I can't go and have it play out. I have to go left, wait, right, wait, and then back. So the lunges has to be thought of as a combination. The same way a combo is going to feel clunky if it flowed like this. Right? If a combo flowed like this, jab. What? Oh, come on. If a combo flowed like this, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? We would say that's clunky. We want our combos to flow like that, right? We want it to flow like that. Same thing, movement needs to flow in that same way. And by movement, I'm talking about the lunges. Because if you look at a boxer, if you look at a human being, well, you can move that way. You can go left, right, back. You can go left, right, pause, and then back. You can go forward, back, right. You can move, you can lunge in each direction, almost like a combination. And the only way that that's going to be possible is if you give us the ability to cue it. And so if I want to go left, right, back, I'd like to be able to go left, right, and then back, and have the fighter go left, right, and back in a fluid manner. Now, why is that important? Well, because I might need that for my defense. I might want to enter the pocket in that way. I might want to dash forward and then go left, right. And then maybe I go left, right. I see a shot coming. I want to be able to immediately dash backwards and evade that. The fluidity of that sort of movement is going to make the game feel very, very responsive. Following up with the movement, some strikes out of lunges just does not feel like a combo as well. Pretty much think of everything as a combination. I think if you think of everything as a combination, then fluidity is going to naturally follow. In other words, think of a forward lunge into a cross as a combo. So we wouldn't want a combo to flow like this, right? it would feel clunky. It wouldn't feel fluid. It would feel robotic. A combo is supposed to feel fast. Jab straight. So forward cross, for example, there's a delay right there. There's a small, tiny delay. In other words, if I'm here and I lunge in, the lunge animation has to play completely the way the game is designed right now. The lunge animation has to play completely all the way to the end before I can then fire off my cross. And so a suggestion would be either shorten the length of the animation, the forward moving animation, the side moving animations, and the backwards moving animations. Either you shorten the length of the animations to allow the cross to play quicker, or allow the cross to play during the forward moving animation or during the dash or the lunge animations in either direction. Allow a strike to be thrown during them, so that if I go to the side, even before the animation is completely played, I'm talking about the lunge animation, I can start striking right away. That makes it very fluid. So this small delay that happens right here where I go in, see that? There's like, then I can go. It has to be a combo. So boom, boom, forward go, almost it has to flow so well, it almost looks like a leaping shot. Like you're leaping in with a shot. So as soon as I dash forward, I would like the moment the forward moving animation is ending, my shot is already landing. So as soon as that forward leg plants, the shot is over. It's planting with the shot, right? I dash as my forward leg is planting, so is the shot. So forward boom, as opposed to forward and then go. It's a forward shot, right? I don't want forward then go. That's not a combo. It should feel more like a combo. That's going to allow me, for example, if I'm entering the pocket, like I'm here. From here, I would love to dash in and strike real quick and back out again. It's going to allow a much cleaner style of gameplay, where if I want to be, a very slick boxer where I'm entering the pocket, hitting, backing out right away, as opposed to like wanting to enter the pocket and stay here the whole entire time and throwing, allow me to be able to do that. Like I said, that will only be possible if you go in and allow strikes, allow a combination between lunges and strikes. And this is in every direction with every strike. So you have to go through all of the strikes in the game, all of the lunges, all of the different directions of the lunges, and make sure that it is all working fluidly. This also includes multiple directions. So if I want to lunge left, right, forward, cross, it should all flow like a combination, like a fluid combo. It shouldn't be left, right, forward, cross. It should flow the same way a combo would flow. Left, right, forward, cross. Left, right, forward, cross. So that gives your players the ability to get creative with their movement. It's going to be beautiful to behold if you can do that. What else am I thinking about with the movement? Oh yeah. As I was playing the game, I noticed that there are multiple directional shots that are just not possible in the game. I don't know if it's an oversight. I don't know if it's by design, or if it's something that you guys are going to, some of you guys planned to add later on. But there are multiple directional shots that are not possible. So the first one I have written down here is there's absolutely no directional moving uppercuts either to the head or to the body. What I mean by that is you cannot move forward with an uppercut in the game. You cannot move to the side with an uppercut to the game. You cannot move backwards. This is the uppercut right here. I cannot throw this advancing. I can't throw the rear uppercut or the forward uppercut advancing. It is always stationary, even when I hold forward. I promise you, I've tested it in either direction. You guys have the game. You can load it up and test it yourself. Every single uppercut you can throw, including to the body, you can only throw them stationary, which means if I find myself slightly out of range, like in a range where I can step in and land a cross, I can. In a range where I can step in and land the cross, I cannot step in and land my uppercuts. If I try to do that, it is going to be a stationary uppercut. And no, I didn't just do it. That was me moving in and then throwing an uppercut. Like, I'm going to show you. Try to move forward with the uppercut. Oh, come on. That happens. That happens. I cannot move forward with it. Like, I can't step in with it. Same with uppercuts to the body. Same with uppercuts in either direction. I can't do it. So that's one. Second one is absolutely no directional moving power shot. So this is a power shot right here. You cannot move forward with that. You cannot move forward with that. Try. You can't move backwards with it. You cannot move side to side with it. Same goes with the power shots to the body. You can't move forward with them either. Again, I don't know if it was by design. Maybe you guys only want us to be able to throw power shots when we are literally directly in front of each other. But, you know, that I can't imagine that is, you know, the right design. You know, you should want us to be able to advance without power shots. So that is something that will definitely need to be fixed, need to be looked at. Next up is there is no forward moving cross to the body. So this is the cross to the body. I cannot throw that moving forward. No matter what I do. If I hold forward, I cannot throw that moving forward. I can only throw that stationary. I know I can throw moving backwards. Not even. Not even. What about to the sides? Nope. Nope. Absolutely no directional, whether it's side, forward, you cannot. Same with the jab, you can. See that? With the jab, I can move forward with the jab. I can back up with the jab. I can move to the sides. Well, no, look that. You cannot move to the side with the jab. You cannot move to the side with the jab. So, again, don't know if it was by design. I can't imagine that it's by design, but it is something that you guys are going to have to address for sure. Because in a boxing game with the ability to throw directional shots, we need to be able to throw every single shot while moving in any direction. We have to be able to do that. Same thing with the hook. Right there I wrote backwards moving cross to the body. Yeah, you cannot do that. Forward moving, hold on. Yeah, you cannot throw a forward moving right hook to the body. That's another one. So right hook to the body. You cannot throw a forward moving right hook to the body. You can throw a forward moving left hook to the body. See that? Left hook, boom, step in. Step in. You cannot move in any direction. Well, you can move in the left. You can move to the left with the left hook. Can you move to the right with the left hook? No, you can't. Can you move to the right with the right hook? Yeah, you can. What about to the left? No, you cannot. And you cannot move forward with the right hook to the body. I suspect the same is going to be for the uppercut. Yep. Cannot move in any direction with the uppercuts to the body. So again, you know, something that sounds to me like it's a clear oversight that definitely needs to be fixed. Next one is punch ranges. Well, I think that might be it for the movement. Everything in regards to movement, I think I pretty much covered it all. One more thing that I'm going to say about, I think it's in relation to movement, is the slips. Guys. In my opinion, this was a bad choice. You know, to make it so that slipping is tied to pressing down on the left stick, in my opinion, it was just a wrong choice. And I understand completely. I get it. I get it. There is a desire to just tell the player, hey, just get good. Just get good, bro. Get good. Get more precise with your controls. Like, stop pressing down on the left stick when you're trying to move. But I've watched multiple people play, including people who are already experienced in the game, and I see this. This right here. You know why this is happening? Because in the heat of the moment, while the fight is going on, you're trying to back up, but you don't even realize how often you press down on the left stick. It is so easy to press down on the left stick when all you're trying to do is just move back, right? It's the heat of the moment. Your controls are not going to be as precise as you need to be. And in my opinion, if you want this game to someday be something that, is played as an esports, right? Then these weird control decisions, it cannot be in there. We need precision, and not precision that's tied to like that's only tied to fighter skill, but precision that's tied to like intelligent design of the control, to where weird mistakes just won't happen just because of the way it's designed. Like, I want to be able to move my fighter even if I'm clicking down. It's kind of like when you tie the ability to switch stance to also clicking down on the left stick. That's also like a poor design choice in my opinion. I think it would be so much better because like this right here, head movement, right? Hold in L2 and move in the head. In my opinion, if you guys can do something about it, I will just have all manner of head movement tied to that. In other words, when I rotate it, I get the weave. But if I flick, then I get this. You see what I mean? So if I hold L2 and I flick down, I want to get this. Hold L2, flick down, I want to get this. Hold L2, flick forward, get this. Hold L2, flick to the left, I get this. Hold L2, flick back, I get this. This way, it will be easy for, as long as I'm holding L2, I know I'm covered for everything head movement. I can just rotate my stick and get my weave. I can flick, and get the quick slips as the shot is coming, right? And that's going to completely eliminate the mistake of occasionally trying to move to the side and doing this crap, or trying to move back and doing this. I'm telling you, I've watched, I know that probably some experienced players are gonna get in my comment section and they're gonna write the same predictable crap that I know they're going to write. Why not just get good at the game? Bro, I've watched you play, and I've seen you make this mistake. All right, I've watched you play multiple times. I've watched all of you. I didn't just get on here and start talking out of my ass. I've watched all of you to see if like the same issues I'm having, you guys are having the same issues, and you're gonna continue to have the same issues. Why not just accept that everyone's life will be so much easier if all head movement is tied to L2? Why would we argue that? Everyone's life will be so much easier. L2, all head movement. I flick, then I get this. I flick, I get this. I rotate the left stick, I get my weave. Problem solved. So if this is something that's possible for you guys to adjust, to amend, hell, do a poll. Ask a vast majority of people, and people will agree that it would just make more intuitive sense to fix that. So please, I'm begging you, if you can do that, it is going to just it's gonna fix so many issues. Like, I'm just being blunt. It was just a poor design choice to make it so head slips is tied to pushing down on the left stick. It's just not good. What else? I don't know if this one's going to be remotely possible, but again, I've noticed everyone has this issue. The game is too stationary. it just feels too stationary. There's not enough forward moving strikes. And like a big part of that is because of the distance of because of the small distance strikes covers, and to an extent it is realistic. This is jab, this is cross. So if I throw a jab cross, the fighter actually performs the move in a very realistic way. I don't want you guys to change that. Like, for example, jab, look at that. It's a jab, then he takes another step to throw his cross. That's realistic. The footwork, what's happening with the feet, 100% realistic. Jab, step, forward. Look at that. Jab, step again. That is realistic. Don't change that. But it would be beneficial to everyone if we had more ranges. Like again, if you could give us the ability to leap in shots that allows you to cover more of a distance in one single swoop, as opposed to everything relying on me literally getting in close. I would like to, from a range like this, well, that's too far. From like a range like this, I'd love an option to leap in to cover like a significant amount of distance and land a shot, or at least get very, very close, so everything doesn't feel like, for me to be able to land my shot, I gotta get literally this close to my opponent every single time, right? So, perhaps the distance covered by a single step could be increased. Maybe I would not be opposed to that. 2, 3. It's like 1, 2. Yeah, see, like 1, 2, and then like the hook. Like I'm trying to throw a forward moving jab, straight, left hook, right? Jab, straight, left hook. It's like the distance covered from that just seems too small. It would be beneficial to everyone if we could cover more distance. And you see this glaring issue when you rock someone. Like when you rock someone and you get that adrenaline and you're trying to chase them down, you're trying to march them down, and you want to follow them with shots. Like if a boxer rocks you, even if you're backpedaling, he can follow you with like a barrage of punches and just follow with shots. You notice immediately after you rock someone that it is ridiculously difficult to maintain a series of assaults on the opponent as they're backing up. You get inside, the moment you go to throw, he's already backed up again. Then you gotta march him down. Then you go to throw, he's already backed up again. You march him down. You can't stay consistently on the opponent. So there's something that can be done so that that's not the case. I think that would be very beneficial to everyone. And again, I've watched everybody play. We all have the same issue. Every single last one of you. So, that's where I'm going to leave it for now. There are a bunch of other things that we're going to cover. But for this video, I wanted to just focus solely on movement, on movement-related issues, and just leave it at that. So, there you have it. Definitely give me your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope I was as detailed and concise as possible, as well as also offering suggestions. I'm not just looking to make complaints. I'm not just looking to say this is wrong, this is bad. I'm also offering suggestions on how I think it can be fixed. I hope that everyone that's watching this can see that I'm doing this in good faith. I'm not here to ruin your game. I'm not here to destroy your game. I want this game to succeed as much as you. And I've put a tremendous amount of time into testing stuff right here in a training mode. I've put a ridiculous amount of time into testing these things because I genuinely give a fuck. I care. I promise you. I'm not trying to ruin your game, okay? So I hope this was beneficial. If you found it beneficial, go right ahead, share the video, leave a like, and if not, that's okay. It is what it is. If they don't find the suggestions appealing, they can choose not to do it. It's perfectly fine. Okay. So yeah, I will leave it at that. Thank you for watching. There will be a part 2 coming out. Part 2 is gonna cover some other stuff, and so yeah, watch out for that. Okay. Thank you for watching. You guys have been amazing, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Have a good one.